Good afternoon, students of 6th grade, 6A, 6B, 6C. It's nice to be here with you, even though you're over there in your house. I'm over here in my house. I want to welcome you to class. We're not in the school, but we're still in class. We have to continue the education. We have to continue learning. We have to do the best we can during this situation. I know it's not easy, but this is the way we're going to be working for a while. I want to tell you that I miss you this vacation. I hope that soon we'll be together again. I hope you had a nice vacation with your family, with your mother, your father, your brothers, and your sisters, and that you have been taking care of yourself, okay? So we're going to start the science class. We're going to be working through videos like this one. This will be our first video. Every week I'm going to give you a video. We're going to be looking at themes from the science book. But before we start the class, I like to start with our Father over there. You in your house can join me. Okay? Ready? Okay, let's do it. Our Father who art in heaven, holy be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the theme, characteristics of matter. If you remember, if you were with me in 4th grade, we saw the 3 states of matter. Today we're going to be looking at the characteristics of matter. This would be a little more advanced, yes? Okay, so we have here matter, and we know that matter is composed of what? Does somebody remember? Particles. Matter is composed of particles. Okay, so particles are like little dots, like little spears, for example. Something like that. And everything you see, everything that your eyes see is composed of matter. So let's say this matter here, it's made of solid. Okay? Now, also particles, they're always in motion. They're always moving. Okay? And the solid state, they don't move too much because they're compact together. But what they do is they vibrate. They stay in place, but they're like vibrating, moving in their space. So particles have motion. Okay. So particles have motion, and they're attracted by force. So let's put force right here. Now, the stronger the force, the more close that the particles are going to be together. For example, here on solids, we see that the dots, the spheres are close together because the force is stronger. And that's why we're able to see the color of the objects, because the force brings the particles together. On liquids, for example, let's say this is a liquid, the spheres are not packed together. They're more separated. Why are they more separated? Because the force is not that strong. The force is weaker. It's less strong. And on gas, let's say this is gas. On gases, the particles are even more separated. They're more expanding. Okay? That's why we're not able to see the gas. So, so we know that matter is made of particles. Particles are in constant motion. On solids, they only vibrate. And on liquids and gases, they flow more. They expand more because the particles are less separated. There is less force. Yes? Okay, so now let's write the examples of the characteristics of matter. For example, solid. Solids are rigid. They don't flow, they don't move like this board. This board is solid. It has a shape, a fixed shape. It doesn't move or flow. So let's put rigid. Okay? And also, like I said, it has a fixed shape. The shape is square. It doesn't change. It's a solid square shape. So that those are two characteristics of solids. They're rigid, and the shape doesn't change. Okay, and another characteristic is that they are flowless. They don't move. They don't flow. They stay in the same space, in the same place. Okay. So now let's look at three characteristics of liquids. Can somebody think of one? I'll give you a few seconds to think of one. Who remembers? Okay, if you said flow, that is correct. Liquids flow. Just like a river, like the river, it flows. Another characteristic, it adapts. If you said it adapts, that is correct. What do we mean by adapts? It means that you can put it in a container. For example, you can put water in a bottle, in a plastic water. It adapts to the container. Uh, Depends on the size of the container. If it's small, medium, or large, the water will adapt to it. Or if it's round or square, the water adapts to its container. Yes? So that's another characteristic of liquids. We have flow and adapts. Can somebody tell me another characteristic? Okay. It changes. So what do I mean by changes? Well, the liquids have can be in three forms. It can be in solid, it can be in liquid, and it can be in gas. For example, ice. Ice is actually water, but when you put it in the refrigerator or in the freezer, it turns to ice. It turns solid. And if you take that ice and put it outside in the sun, it's going to melt. It's going to melt to water. And while it's melting, gas is going to come out. You may not see it, but it's there. Or when your mother is boiling water in the stove, when the water gets hot, you see like smoke coming out. That's gas. So liquid has three changes, three forms. It 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 is solid, liquid, and gas, and it adapts and it flows. Now let's look at gas. Now, gas. What are the characteristics of gas? Well, gas expands. It fills the air. It expands in the space. So let's put expands. It expands. What's another characteristic of gas? Well, same as liquids, it also flows. So let's put flows. And we need one more. Okay, same as liquids, it also adapts. It adapts to its container. It doesn't matter the shape or the form of the container. You can put gas in it and it will adapt. Same as liquid. Unlike solids that doesn't adapt. You can't put this this whiteboard in a container because it doesn't adapt. It has a fixed shape. Yes. Okay, so we learned today about the characteristics of matter. We know that it has particles, they're in motion, and they're attracted by force, yes? And these are the characteristics. If you don't have your science book with you, you can copy this on your notebook. I am not going to give you homework today because I gave you a lot of homework on the vacation. But next week, on the next video, I'll be giving you homework, yes? And remember, students, the the working continues, the education continues. Do the best you can. Never give up, and believe that things are gonna get better. I hope to see you soon in the class, in the school. But for now, take care. Thank you very much for your attention.